Alright guys, Dank Takes here. Just have a short little video today. I just had a thought. I was talking to my wife today and she asked me if I saw the clip from where the Republican lady was doing an interview, and she said the president hasn't been officially called yet. And the reporter was mean-mugging her and was like, what are you talking about? We called it, basically, was the statement. We called it, the media. We called it. And they were basically like laughing her off and stuff. And I said, no, I haven't seen that. But I responded with, U.S. reporters are the U.S. Constitution. We are the Constitution. And she basically said, yeah, they just basically laughed at her because they had called it. That's ridiculous. The media doesn't call anything. The media reports on things. They should be giving you a, hey, here's what happened, here's what's been happening, and they can give you a, here's what these people are saying, and a, here's what those people are saying. And, you know, even if they really are biased and aren't honest about it, but it would be nice if they were, but even if they gave you, here's what these people are saying, that's one thing, but here's what we have said, and we are basically the end-all and be-all is bullshit. That's number one. And number two, my wife was saying basically here, like, they're kind of all like high and mighty and holier than thou, and I was thinking, yeah, it's true, but like she was saying, you know, it's crazy how both sides are saying the other side is brainwashed, and I thought, yeah, it's true, both sides are saying that, but you can kind of see which side is maybe brainwashed and which side is ostracized from the mainstream and still seeming to do their research on both sides. There's a study that Tim Pool has cited a couple times. I don't have the study myself, but I've looked it up. And it does say that the right-wing people seem to have more of a balanced diet for the news that they consume. They consume, on average, like 65, 40, 35, 60, 40 kind of split. And left-wing people seem to consume more of like a 90, 95, 5%, 10% kind of split, if that, and some of the moderates, they're more down the middle, leaning kind of further to the left, like a 60, 40, 55, 45 kind of split, to where they consume their news and get their news content from. So you can kind of see that, like, one of the sides just seems to be following what their gospel leaders are telling them. And it is kind of almost religious. It seems like same as the old religious Christianity movement of, you just have to have faith. My pastor said so. Well, Rachel Maddow said so, and CNN said so. So, you know, you just that's the truth. There's no disputing that. Fossils don't matter. There's no evolution or something like that. So it seems like one is really kind of brainwashed, where the other side is going, no, look at all of the evidence, and then this is the decision that I came to, and I'm kind of surprised that you didn't come to the same one. And I noticed that you haven't looked at any of the evidence, so maybe here's some of the evidence, look at it, and maybe we can have a conversation about it. Maybe we'll even come to the same conclusion here. But no, they don't want to look at the evidence. Don't show me fossils. Don't show me anything about the evolutionary records. I don't need anything like that. I know Rachel Maddow told me Biden is president. So it's really just kind of disingenuous on one side, and to say, oh, well, both sides really like have a point, and like both sides could be right, like maybe, but it doesn't seem to be that when you look into it. And then if that's the case and you look into it and you say stuff like that, you get called all the dirty names that they could possibly think of in the book. So my girlfriend, she said after that, like, it's polite not to talk about politics when we were kids, so I think most of the people our age have no idea how to talk about it and just take everything very personally and just scream. And, like, yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, never discuss politics or religion. That's what we grew up on. Never discuss religion or politics, which kind of translated seems to me, translation, don't talk about important things. Don't talk about religion or politics or your worldview, because I mean, it might disagree with somebody else's, and well, both of you can be right, but like, don't disagree and talk about it, because I mean, that obviously will get you into conflict, and since both of you might have differing opinions, you can both be right, but don't bring them up, because then maybe you won't both be right, and you'll have a disagreement, and go from there. Maybe figure something out, maybe not. So I don't know, it became pretty normalized to also like tell your truth, and that became so brave, and that kind of became a political thing. You'd be so brave and speak up and tell your truth and never let anybody hold you down. It kind of became a political thing to normalize hating people who talked about politics that we didn't like or might be hard to deal with. Remember, don't talk about politics or religion. That's not polite. Also, maybe watch my kid dance as a girl for old men, and celebrate for my son to do that. So I mean, maybe it's time to start talking about politics, because like some things are kind of needing to be addressed, and they're not. And then and anytime somebody does, they get called all of these crazy names that I don't think that really represent their ideas or viewpoints. I think that they genuinely have maybe a concern that they should be voicing or want to be voicing, and that gets shut down because it's not so brave. It's not. This one's not brave. Other one, super brave. This one, not brave. So I don't know. Maybe it's time to start talking about politics again. You know, like I was saying, I was talking to my wife, my girlfriend, my wife, whatever. And she said, like, it's dangerous to stop talking about politics, because it may come up and just come back up in a way that's maybe not as positive. Maybe it seems to be we're moving in a progressive way, but it actually becomes really regressive, and holds people back and holds people down, and tells people to shut up and sit down and listen, because what you have to say is just not important because of the color of your skin. Maybe because you're white. Maybe because of the sexual orientation. Maybe you're straight. Maybe you're both. Maybe you're straight and white. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you believe there's no God, or maybe you believe there is a God, or you don't believe in the same God, or maybe your God is non-theistic God. Don't talk about it, because that's not allowed. So I think maybe, you know, it'll come up in weird ways if we don't address things. So I think I'm going to leave it there for now. It's just kind of my 2 cents for the day. Dank takes out.